The last thing that you do once you have the lag time and the distance to the epicenter is you find the exact location of the epicenter. So let's say, for example, this station labeled A in Idaho felt an earthquake. So their seismic station picked up an earthquake. They calculated the lag time and the distance to the epicenter. And let's just say the distance to the epicenter was 3,000. So that just simply meant that 3,000 kilometers from this station, the epicenter was located. Now, they don't know the direction, so what that means is anywhere along this red line, the epicenter could be located. So as you can see, that can be anything from Texas to all the way up here in Canada to even in the Pacific Ocean. So it doesn't really narrow it down as enough that it needs to be. So they need help from other seismic stations in order to find the epicenter. So at this point with one station, they know that it's somewhere on this red line. That's where other stations come into play. So when we're looking at this, these three stations, and I'm actually going to eliminate this area right here. So the three stations, A, C, and D, all felt the earthquake. So Idaho experienced it, their seismic station picked it up. The seismic station in Ohio picked it up, and a seismic station in Texas also picked it up. They calculated their own lag times, found their own distances, and they each know that it lies somewhere on their circle. So red, it lies somewhere on this red line. Green, it lies somewhere on the green line. And blue, it lies somewhere on the blue line. Now, when we have three seismic stations that pick up the same earthquake, you look to see where those three circles intersect. And if you see right here at B, I can actually move it out of there. You can see that all three circles, the green, the blue, and the red, all intersect at that point. That's where the epicenter is located. So that means that is where the earthquake started. Now, once you have that information, you can then find more information based on that. So the first thing we're looking for is to see which of these three seismic stations was able to detect the earthquake first. In order to detect the earthquake first, it means that you're the closest to the epicenter. Instead of just eyeballing distance like this, I would simply just look at the sizes of the circle. So the smallest circle means that they were the first ones to detect the earthquake because it was the closest to them. So Ohio is actually the first station that would have been able to detect the earthquake. The station that would have been able to detect it last is the one that's the farthest away. Farthest away means that it's going to have the largest circle. So in this case, it's going to be the red Idaho one. So just to summarize, one station is going to be able to show you the distance, but not the direction. When you have three stations, you're able to pinpoint the exact location that the epicenter is. And remember that the epicenter is where an earthquake originates or starts.